Hello and welcome to See the Stories. It is our final hour, and as always, this is the time where we share interesting stories from all over. And before we talk to our guest today, I want to first ask, have you ever heard of self-hypnosis before?
If I'm not mistaken, I've heard
Self-hypnosis.
Self, yeah.
Yes,
I've heard,
self-hypnosis.
but it's a kind of rare things and information from me. But I've heard like once or two things about this. So I can claim that I haven't heard it before.
I'm interested in self-hypnosis because we always hear about hypnotherapy and this is where a practitioner actually does something to you. So I want to know if self-hypnosis is slightly different. So let's take a look first. Self-hypnosis can reduce stress level and insomnia, and it can also improve our mental health. Self-hypnosis is a process that involves using certain techniques to enter a hypnotic state. In addition to reducing stress levels and insomnia, it can also break bad habits such as smoking and drinking alcohol. Self-hypnosis is similar to meditation. It is a skill that requires practice to reap the benefits.
Maybe unconsciously, both of us or some of us has been practicing this, but with a different term or different practice. Like maybe you get like pause time for a while for yourself, and then you take a deep breath while you close your eyes. Maybe.
Is it?
Is it?
I'm interested to know.
Yes, and to explore the fascinating world of self-hypnosis and its benefits for mental health. We have quantum hypnosis practitioner. We have our own Amelia Devina joining us in the studio today. Hello, Amelia. Thank you very much for your time for coming here.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me.
You're sneezing. I'm cooking previously. It's a bit.
It's a bit cold and dry here in the studio, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Let's start. Akir, you will start.
Yeah. So, did I say the right
Exactly
things?
like you say, yeah. So it's actually like something that we have practiced usually in our daily life, but maybe we're unconscious of it. So let's explore about it today.
Okay, maybe you can start by explaining the right ways.
So what exactly?
Self-hypnosis?
Yeah.
It's actually exactly like what you just said. So it's an act of putting oneself into a hypnotic state, which is very relaxed, but also at the same time highly focused state to make necessary changes in our life. For a better life, like removing or eliminating bad habits, or changing.
Bad person?
Perhaps, or negative thought patterns.
Negative,
Yeah.
So my interest is certainly in how do we put ourselves into a hypnotic state?
So there are a few ways, and usually like without knowing, we already are in hypnotic state many times in a day. So usually when people ask me, do you put people to sleep? I say, no, I make people awake. Because usually in our daily life, without us knowing, we are asleep. Because we are easily, influenced by anything around us. But what people say, advertisements. I mean? I remember like one particular story when I was younger. When I was in uni, I saw an ad of Mr. Incredible. You know that movie, Disney movie, on the bus, like the bus. And then I kept on seeing it for many times until finally I told my friends, I guess I want to watch that movie. You
were influenced at a time.
Yes.
So it's basically like you telling yourself something.
Actually, like because we are always in like our senses always perceive a lot of things around us. Like what we see, what we hear is always perceived by our subconscious mind. So if you're not aware, if you're not mindful, you're very easily gonna be influenced by anything. So we can actually like our talk today is for people to also be aware, so that we are not easily influenced by something that is not healthy for us, and we can choose to be influenced by something that are healthy for us.
So what is a hypnotic state?
I was about to ask that. So thank you, Kai, for asking.
I'm just curious because what we know is, hypnotherapy with the go to sleep, or you
the pendulum,
the uyakuya style, you know what I mean? And then you're asleep and like
So it's actually just a very relaxed state.
Hypnotic state is very relaxed.
Very relaxed state. So your brain wave goes slower. So people will usually have the term from beta, BETA state, to alpha and theta state. So it's slower. And
how can we make our brain slower?
slow down. Yeah, slowing down.
Pause moment is
Exactly, like slowing down.
That's a challenge for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Like every day, like hustle bustle. But yeah, like if you try to just slow down and then breathe, like Archer say, and yeah, we can actually get into a more relaxed state. And then at the same time, focus. So it's not true that if people say like, if you get hypnotized, you're gonna fall asleep or unconscious. We're actually gonna be very aware and at the same time very relaxed.
So self-hypnosis, you put yourself in the hypnotic state.
Yeah.
But what then? Is it like through affirmations? Or
So
through
usually
things
like a practitioner, what we will do is to ask the person to be very relaxed. And then after that, we try to put some visualization.
So it's like meditation.
Sort of, yes.
You said sort of. So what is different?
The difference is
Meditation, hypnotherapy, traditional hypnosis.
Yeah, the difference is usually when people come for a hypnotherapy session, you have a goal there, right? Usually, like you have maybe, for example, you have bad habits, like smoking, drinking, or maybe you have unresolved trauma from your childhood or any past experiences. So you want to get that resolved, and that can be done through hypnotherapy.
Meanwhile, the self-hypnosis without any goals?
Self-hypnosis is also with the goals, but I need to make a disclaimer. If you have a very challenging situation where you don't think you can resolve it by yourself, it's so much better if you can seek help from professionals. Yeah.
So this is like
It's like a self-help tool to help you, but
Like the first self-help.
yeah, you can. But because at the end, self-hypnosis is about you talking to yourself.
Yeah. So what is the difference
Yeah.
between affirmations?
It's similar, but usually with hypnosis, we're gonna have to put you into more relaxed state first, and then visualization, and then usually with counting and deepening and stuff like that.
Visualization is part of self.
Yes, yes. Usually.
I do it unconsciously for that.
Oh,
Interesting.
good job.
Because we're a visual person, but that's why we're working on TV station, right?
Yeah. So you wanted to ask?
Yes. So our next question is, can you explain to us, or maybe elaborate more? What is the science behind the self-hypnosis and its benefits in maintaining mental health? Is it part of psychology, or?
It's actually part of psychology, and usually people use hypnotherapy or self-hypnosis to help with anxiety, depression, stress, and also to calm you down, insomnia, or like what I've said before, like eliminating bad habits, weight loss. Yeah, also me
Weight
too.
loss is-
And also like we all have traumas from our childhood, adolescence, and all that. And also with confidence, boosting confidence, and also, for example, knowing what's our ideal self look like. Gonna have to make steps towards the goal. It can be used for different sort of things. Yeah.
My interest in knowing, so self-hypnosis is, we come to your session and you will, as a practitioner, will still lead us, or is it something that we learn to be able to do by ourselves?
Yeah, that's a that's important question. So for a client to come to see me, what they will have is a hypnotherapy session by me. But self-hypnosis is you try to do it yourself.
So you teach them how to do it themselves?
I usually don't teach them, but if there's a session like this, or usually there's a workshop or seminars, maybe I can teach them how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's very important to have it step by step, and also to know what your limiting beliefs are and what your goals are before you actually, just make a script.
So there is a certain class and course for it, let's say.
Yes. It's better for people to.
Yeah. So it's something that we need to learn to be, to be trained with, for us to be able to practice. Something like that.
Yes, but the basic of it is self-hypnosis is actually at the end is what you tell yourself, right? So even without going to course, like to a course or trained by someone like me, you can always practice self-hypnosis by paying attention to what you tell yourself. That's the main thing. Yeah, I think that's very important.
So can you walk us through a simple self-hypnosis technique?
Yeah.
I want to show you something because I bring this pendulum. Okay.
Oh, you're
Yeah. And this is not to hypnotize you, but I just want to for everyone here to understand what I mentioned before, because self-hypnosis at the end is how we talk to ourselves. So this is just a normal pendulum. If you have a necklace, you can use it as well. So anyone watching this can also try it at home. So what I'm gonna do is this one, like this pendulum is just like.
Can you pull it?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Higher, yes.
Yeah, so it's not really moving, right? It's just okay, just sort of, but quite okay. But I'm gonna tell this pendulum to move clockwise.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's happening?
Yeah. So it's happening, and I'm gonna ask it to, even before I say what I wanna say, it's already catch my brain and know that I want it to go back and forth like this. Yeah. So what I'm telling us here is that our mind is very powerful, and that by just thinking of something, it can change our reality. So you can change the movement of the pendulum, you can change your life, you can change how you perceive the world, and the world perceive you just by changing your mind, changing your thought. So that's why self-hypnosis, or what we tell ourselves, is very, very important. You want to try?
You go first?
I try.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Even like without saying it, you can already like move it.
I asked for anti-clockwise. Interesting. I'm not moving my hands per se.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why.
So is that the state that you have to be in when you're trying to tell yourself something? Basically?
No. I mean, like right now, we don't even have to get relaxed or anything. That's how powerful our mind is. Imagine if we get very relaxed and hypnotize ourselves, it's gonna be even more amazing.
I can imagine. I get it. Yes. What did you say?
Right. It's going around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not clockwise, just circling. It's happening like this. I don't move my.
Yeah. You see, you didn't, right? Yeah. It just moves.
Yeah. So if we tell ourselves negative things like, "Oh, I'm not good enough," or "I cannot do it," it's just gonna happen, right? Because that's what your mind keeps telling you. So self-hypnosis is about changing your thought patterns so that you can change your life to be better.
I like that.
Yes. So you earlier mentioned about the keyword of visualization and then limiting belief.
Beliefs,
What do you mean by that? Limiting belief.
Limiting belief,
It means that you don't go anywhere first. Just like give the interval or like, the limit.
Yeah, limiting belief is actually what people say as mental block, for example. So it's a belief that you hold within yourself that limits you from growing in life. So for example, if a child got bullied when he was young in like a singing competition, for example, one day when he grew up, maybe he will be afraid of
Singing.
or public speaking, even presentation in front of people.
Yeah.
So then maybe without him knowing, unconsciously, he got a limiting belief of, I'm not good with talking in front of many people.
Or I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough. Or like people don't like to see me, stuff like that. So hypnosis or hypnotherapy can actually find the root cause of why a person has a limiting belief, like where's the root cause come from, and then change it.
To reverse it.
Yes, transform it. Yeah.
How about the visualization? One more question before you ask more question. Is it the correct way, like put the visual visualization that we want to achieve? Like for me, achieving the scholarship that I want. So I visualize that I will be in London, then I'll go there. For example,
yeah.
I want to get the scholarship in the UK.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible, and visualization can be in different forms. Like can be used in different forms. For example, usually for us to go into a hypnotic state, what I usually tell my clients is go to your peaceful or happy place. Yeah, like the place where you can feel relaxed and happy and just free. That's also a good state. Because then at that state, you don't have any more burden, you don't overthink, you're just gonna, like liberate yourself. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So the one that you train yourself to do, which is the visualization for the future, yeah, that's towards a goal because you have a goal to reach. Yeah, that's also very good.
So
Yeah.
because it's a fun fact about my story, because I got a scholarship in the UK at the time.
Oh wow.
I remember I visualized myself
Yeah.
for not pushing but motivated myself at the
Yes.
time by imagining myself I would celebrate my birthday under London Eye at the time. Like, it's very it's very 2 cents I think, but that
Yeah.
things actually when I reflect back, it motivates me to
Yes.
pursue more, like
Yes.
put away all those obstacles.
Exactly. Yes. So another way of saying it is mental rehearsal.
Mental rehearsal.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean by that? Mental rehearsal. They'll rehearse.
Yes, mentally we rehearse what's gonna happen. So for example, sometimes I do it, because sometimes, we get angry at things or irritated by some people, right? So for example, if I know that I'm gonna meet certain person and usually I get triggered by something that he does, for example. So what I'm gonna do is I rehearse it mentally, how I'm gonna respond to that person before I actually meet that person. So I'm gonna respond it like more elegantly, for example, nicely, kinder. Yeah, I can rehearse it mentally before I actually meet that person.
Or rehearse, you win the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Usually people like athletes and maybe, musicians, I think they do it all the time.
Yeah, mental rehearsal.
Yeah, mental rehearsal, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, in your minds you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the time.
And scientifically proven that it actually has a significant effect on how you can actually perform better in real life when you already mental rehearse. Yeah. That's
Keep
very-
mental rehearsing
Yes.
your
Keep rehearsing your
PhD.
mental or PhD. Right.
You PhD can do lah.
You can do as well.
So, life is a very high pressure situation right now. Like, stress factors have become so overwhelming for just about anybody who lives on this planet Earth these days. So how can people incorporate self-hypnosis when they're too busy for regular practice?
Yeah, so I think self-hypnosis is actually very good when you're very busy with yourself because then you can actually practice it anytime you want. What I usually suggest people or my clients are you make a script of what you actually want, right? And then you record yourself saying all the scripts, like just, yeah.
Making the script first, and then
Yes.
record it by reading the script.
Yeah, and then usually, like what I tell is like when you wake up every morning, you can just press play, right? Or when you're
Like the first
Yeah.
wave
First
of
thing you hear,
affirmation.
that's actually a very good state when you wake up and before you're going to sleep. So that's a very potent time to hypnotize yourself.
Like the base,
Yeah.
not loophole. It's like the base door, yeah, for
Yes.
doing the best affirmation.
It's very funny because writing it down, I was told you write everything down that you want and then you put it away.
Yeah.
I put it away. So everything I've written down like 5 years ago has actually pretty much 85% has actually come to fruition.
Yeah,
And I wasn't
yeah.
even like consciously recording it and thinking about it all the time or something. But whatever it is you want, apparently you have to just write it. Why is that? Or is that a attention set or something like that? Or just put it out there to say?
I think it's all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, and also like I think there is there's a powerful moment when you tell the universe, for example, I can just say universe, right? Just tell the universe, this is what I want. Sometimes it takes courage just to announce to other people, this is what I want. Because there's a lot of limiting beliefs that you have to overcome, I think, just to be courageous enough to tell, this is what I want.
I do agree with that, with the keyword, like involving the universe.
Yeah.
Of what you want.
Yeah. One more question before.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, but yeah, before you do your activity in the morning and before you sleep, that's usually the best times.
The best time.
Yeah, or maybe like when you're in traffic jam, anytime. Yeah.
Traffic jam.
Yeah, right.
Best moment in Jakarta.
Because we live here, so yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget after this, making the script first, record it,
and
play
listen to it.
Yes.
Okay, one more question, because additionally, the topic of mental health issues is getting around us more and more.
Yeah.
So related to the self-hypnosis and mental health issue, how do you see that? Is it really works by practicing mental health for them?
Yeah, I think these days, practice of mental health or mindfulness is not just good to have for people like us or everyone watching, but a must-have to keep us sane. Yeah, I really think so, because of the high-speed activities that we do every single day. Without pausing, without caring about ourselves, I think we're gonna turn into just robots, I think, right?
Yeah.
We kind of like forget why we are here and why we do what we do. So by pausing or by caring about ourselves and just, realigning yourself, your value, you actually put more purpose and love into what you do. And I think that's very important.
Purpose
and love.
Exactly.
What
Yeah, that's very important, I think.
Yeah. Love yourself.
Well, Amelia, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
This has
Thank
been
you.
such an interesting conversation. So
Thank you for this
remember,
development.
Yeah.
Making script.
Making script, record
it,
yeah,
and play it here.
Yeah.
and put love and purpose into everything that you do, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Amelia.
Thank you, Amelia.
And
Hopefully you
so
can come here with another practical session.
Yeah,
maybe.
sure.
Yes.
I'd love to. Thank you.
So See the Stories will continue after the break. Make sure you stay tuned right here.